In the world of Black Desert, there are many amazing and fascinating places. However, there's one in particular that I choose for this event. The Stronghold of Salvation, Atoraxxion. It was built in ancient times by only 5 individuals to defend themselves against a Black Spirit invasion. But it being a huge bastion is not what makes it so amazing. It's the various features and architecture that make it so. Around the whole complex is an invisible barrier that stops anyone without specific tools from entering and slows down time inside. While the entire outline of the stronghold was built alone by Rax Mahadekia, the inside was split into 4 biomes and given to his 4 adopted children who were tasked to create a biome that would reflect the harsh environment of the region they were assigned to. Vaha was given the mission of creating his biome after the scorching hot deserts of Valmarkia, Sika after the rough currents and storms around Sukrakia, Yolu after the deceiving forests of Yolonakia, and Ors after the mysterious and dangerous Ozekia. Now, thousands of years after their failed mission, we gain access to the stronghold and find the remains of each architect's life work. Valmarkia has paths and tunnels dug through hard sandstone, railroads connecting it with all other biomes, and waterfalls providing smaller animals and flora that inhabit it with nourishment. Its geometrical design reflects the mind of Vaha, who was always obsessed with the teachings of his master and abiding to his rules. The highlight in his biome is the colorful canyon that can be found to the right of the first area, where you get a stunning view over the falling waterfalls and the vegetation that flourished here for thousands of years without any human intervention. In strong contrast to this is Sukrakia. After thousands of years of desolation, it is full with dead corals and no sign of life anywhere, as the biome was made with constant shift between extreme heat and cold, and some areas even have poisonous gas polluting their surroundings. Sika was always jealous of Vaha, quick to judge, and always seemed to get the shorter stick, and through manipulation from others he was driven further and further into loneliness and isolation. The highlight of his biome, however, is something special. Sika's Glare, an area filled with colorful corals and gigantic spikes poking out of the ground, making the area feel like the mouth of a gigantic sea creature. The next biome is Yolonakia. Built with the vision of a thick forest, there are bushes and trees that flourished up to this day, grass as far as you can see, roots connecting everything, and large valleys with not an ounce of decay to see. Lightstones decorating every corner. The highlight here is, without a doubt, the gigantic cave-like structure in the middle of her biome, being kept afloat with hundreds of thick roots that grew over thousands of years. I would love to talk about the final biome, Ozekia. However, it is not yet released and, without special methods, isn't accessible yet, so I won't cover it. And those were the reasons why the ancient stronghold, Atoraxxion, is my Black Desert World Wonder.